I will have a speed up with the general ideas. The talk will include the landscape of cyber attacks, threats, and vulnerabilities, and landscape of cyber defense. And then I will talk about generative AI and adversary as well as countermeasures. And lastly, I will present post-quantum safe computing with federated AI. And then we talk about the sky safe in the world we live in. This is a top 15 attacks for 2025. You can see from a malware to denial of service, phishing, spoofing, identity-based attacks, all the way to insider threat, IoT attacks, cloud attacks, and web attacks. This is a statistics by the publisher shows that how many malware and potentially unwanted applications in our world, in our internet. Do you guess how many malware we have to deal with today? Some might say 20, some might say 200, some might say 1 million, 2 million. This is 1 billion malware around the world in our network, and we have to deal with. Malware is a software. It's like a computer code that's running in our system behind the user interface. And it infiltrate into our database and execute malicious code, and in the purpose of identity theft, data breaches, and money laundering. There are many malwares. One of the biggest malware is ransomware. We will talk about later. This one is a denial of service. Is one of the biggest attack in the world. There are shows that there are attacks that are increasing in the last 6 years. It's immediate. It's just a denial of service. And this is a distributed denial of service. And the total cost is of over, per attack is over $500,000 per each attack. That's how we to deal with of each attack. Phishing is another top attack in our day-to-day operations. Ransomware is a kind of malware that penetrated to our computer and locked the database and demanding the financial return. It is a very dangerous activity that today is a top threat into our business, government operation, and communication. Man-in-the-middle attack is another one of the top 10 attacks that listening to our conversation and inject malware or information or stealing information. Okay, interactive intrusion detection is through actively engagement with users to conduct attack, rather than running software, install software in your computer but through human to conduct, data breaches. This interactive attack is currently also known as a social engineering attack. It's take advantage of people's psychology and contact you by, through, telephone or emails to get you into a trust, particularly with some incentives. Through this human involvement rather than computer to computer, and to destroy the network system database and personal information. There are huge amount of activity that increased in the 2024 to 2025, particularly with AI, and particularly with generative AI. That it says that the using fake emails or fake messages that generated by AI, ChatGPT, are more likely to get clicked by any just normal and untrusted messages, because the English is perfect and people cannot easily distinguish whether the attack is legitimate. Another attack is a malware-free attack, which they can through people rather than install the software on your computer to attack systems through insider threat or employee. There are 400% increase in the malware attack through without software, but through humans, through insider, through employee. There are supply chain attack, which is another important attack that has potential threat of our economy, particularly food supplies, medical supplies, and we've seen this over the COVID. The insider threat is employee or administrator threat, and advanced persistent threat is not only individual actor behind the network through attack, but through a group of a coordinated, collaborative attack. IoT attack is attacking our devices, and all the mobile phones, all the network digital devices in the smart cities, and also healthcare. Cloud attacks is largely on databases, on cloud databases, and usually they have a huge amount of data and the financial involved in attacking the cloud. The web application attacks, that's through the all of our one of these conference themes application and web-based application and this threats through this cyber intrusion. In the 2020 you can see this box here. From the last 12 months, the attack has improved dramatically in the last few years, and attack against all type of industry, not just a particular industry, government, IT, healthcare, education. Okay, this the image you can't see, but we will leave the slides for you. The attackers are getting smarter and utilize AI. In the there are many incidents that percentage that when you have a top 10 publication, top paper ranking, there are top 10 attacks that caused the huge financial loss of millions of dollars and billions of dollars and millions of people involved. And they are include, from U.S., okay, the banking companies, $2.8 billion. This is only the richest attacks. Okay, the second place is the Snowflake. Is the IT company, AT&T company, the data breaches, and the huge amount of involved with the customer, and financial losses. The Australian biggest cyber attack is, MediSecure is related to online transactions, compromised databases, and also 2.6 terabytes of data involved and stolen. And even today, that in Brisbane airport, there was a bigger cyber attack as well. There were other top 10 attacks that happened, like UK military defense attacks, in all dimensions that come to the aim of obtaining data, sell the data, and obtain financial gains. And they include the transport and the business. Why the attacks happened? And because of we have vulnerabilities. And the attacker focused on the vulnerabilities. Vulnerability is defined as a weakness of an IT systems that can be exploited by the attacker or group of attackers to carry out attack. And it is related to the systems, network, databases, and also human operators. And aims to stealing the data. There are evolution of these vulnerabilities. In the technology evolution from 1940, at that time, we don't have computers. We do not have computer crime. But today, we have cyber crime. Okay. The cyber crime, even in the 2 years ago, was not as involved as amount of values and the volumes as today. Today is widespread with the cyber attacks. The evolution of this vulnerability is also against the time. The type of attack increased. I'm showing you that in the last 12 months, there was top 20 or top 15. But attacks, type of attacks is over hundreds. And the vulnerabilities are largely related to system error, transaction, and the emerging technologies that have, loopholes, and the increasing the knowledge in the cyber defense. And the attacker also use the AI to implement the deep AI, deep fake, penetrating into the systems. Vulnerability include software vulnerabilities, firewalls, network communications, and operating systems. And this is amount of software vulnerability at the increase per year. This is 2024. Software vulnerability. The more the work we do, the more we develop the software, the more vulnerability we have to address. Network vulnerability. It is like a many-bank attack. It has to go through the network, from network to the host to another network, that keeps sending a cyber attack surface. and to allow to have a long time, engagement in the activity of stealing the informations. Host attack is attacking the cloud databases, all of the databases put the people under threat. The host is a database, usually hosts the data. That threat is defined as an event in which an attack exploits the vulnerabilities. A threat is a malicious actor that gains unauthorized access to computers, networks, or personal data and details, and to damage and disrupt and stealing data. Threat actors are hackers. They possess the deep knowledge. They are as intelligent as we individuals, that using computer systems, software development skills to penetrate efficiently into our network and systems, and they explore our vulnerability and carry out the attacks. Threat activities include exploration of our application systems databases, okay, resulting in damages, financial damages, as well as customer business damage, as well as reputation damage. Nowadays, we have more severe threats. That's a cyber attack as a service, and it is a growing, cyber crime. It is a business model that offers hacking tools, malwares, and attack services to customers for a fee. That is why we see the straight line growing in the cyber attacks. And similar, we have software called the software as a service. Now we have cyber attack as a service, and it's a business model. Now, the most worst case is now malware as a service. This is only recent development in the cyber field. Okay, threat to privacy and particularly for the majority people in the world. Now, when we talk about cybersecurity, it's all for big companies to make sure that the Google's, Microsoft, IBM, and all the systems, and their customer secure, or bigger banks. But what about the small, medium enterprise and the large community? The cyber, then we are, looking at on the other side of the bridge, we're looking at the cyber defense. Okay, the cybersecurity requirement is a CIA. You need to, against this, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So, yeah, how many minutes? 5 minutes? Okay, yeah. This is a U.S. transformation of digital, digital, even we move digital fast as we the government want us, but the same as the cybersecurity. So you have improved cyber protection, okay, through the house, but you still have a cyber security where you use all the computational intelligence tools. And when the attack happens, you carry out the police analysis, and this is what we are doing right now. And largely utilize computational intelligence method. generative AI is a target and it's also enabler. Okay. AI-powered attack is like adversary AI, machine learning, dark AI, and the deepfake utilize video image that present like Obama or like Donald Trump, and then to communicate as a real, situation, and to lobby with the at the election or obtain the financial gain. These are the range of powered AI approach for graph neural networks to identify the source, the original source of attack. This is one of my PhD student thesis, and also you can't see the graph. But Microsoft also offender also detecting from the try to capture all the Microsoft Office input emails and access to cloud. Okay, type of attacks, and we were talking about quantum safe computing here. It is known as a post-quantum computing, where what is important is that the existing algorithms or also computation that will not work when the quantum machine is ready. So all the algorithms will be broken if quantum machine is ready. So we have to counter against the quantum computer attack by developing quantum cryptographic algorithms to sustain the future cyber attack. So the attack is in the quantum safe computer, we work on quantum resistant cryptography and hybrid cryptographic systems, as well as secure protocol redesign to be able to handle today's attacks. IBM, Microsoft, Google all work on it and jump on it for the quantum computing. Okay, IBM and also National Intelligence Organization also working on the quantum computing for the quantum ready to be able to defend the future sophisticated attacks. So when we talk about the safe in the future for majority of the world, is that it is said that in the future that the majority people will live. This is some videos about how the multifactorial authentication is not working and can be easily attacked. So we developed the matrix and generate random number that has better performance than multi-factor authentication. The future is this war against using AI against a cyber attack, particularly that we are looking at to cope with the cyber attack. The federated AI is required. That using apply also quantum inspired computing analysis and protecting the data. We were saying that the world is a physical world. We have a lot of wars, political influence, but it says in the 2 to 3 years that everyone will have AI agent, and in the about 10 or 15 years later that about 30% of people will live in the digital world. Not just the physical world, but 30% of people will live in the digital world. They will enjoy all the virtual reality. They enjoy all these, AI service, AI robots. So this, it says by the 2080, the world is really, because of generative AI, the world, for the humanity, the lifestyle will change. That we don't have to work to survive. When we work, we only enjoy life because AI will and robots will manage um, all the labor jobs, so that in such a digital world that potentially have a 50 population going to live in a digital world and digital ecosystems, that this system need to be protected. Even though we use the digital technology to help physical world, wars and attacks, but we also, try to prevent that by utilizing, future AI technologies. Sorry, unable to finish my talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Chang, for your insightful keynote speech. Would our participants like to ask some questions to Professor Chang? Are there any questions? No? Okay. I kindly invite Professor Osvaldo Gervasi on stage to present the plaquette for Professor Chang for her keynote speech, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all the members and community publications and your wonderful community, and hopefully you will also keep safe for the future.
Dear participants, this brings us to the end of our opening ceremony. We may proceed to the lunch area. Thank you very much for your attention and participation. Yes, they were fine. All the students waiting outside.
Where is the lunch area?
Yes.